Hey everybody, hopefully this works. This is our third try, and you know what they say, third time's a charm. So we'll see if that works. And I've been chatting with the folks on Instagram. You know, we're going to be doing a ornament tutorial, but everything keeps crashing. So we're going to see if it works. We'll find out. Oh, the hook in the Christmas tree. I mean, well, it is in the tree actually. Hold on. So I have a question from Instagram. They want to know about the little nichrome wire, the little hook that's in here. So this one, actually, I took nichrome wire and I bent it into a little U. So this little guy right here, I handmade it. I don't know if you can even see it. See how tiny that is? Let me get down, maybe you can see. Get in there, focus. It's right there, that. Anyhow, you can buy them pre-made. They're called nichrome wire U's. And they look like this. And then you just stick it in your pottery, and you stick it in when you make it during the wet phase, and then it dries through, and you fire it, and it stays, because what happens, the clay shrinks. And Facebook has sound, no picture.
I just got a picture.
Kevin just got a picture. So we are there. So tonight, this is Vermont. What can I say? I live in Vermont. Our internet, it can be, the camera, everything's wiggling a lot. The internet can be rather persnickety when you live in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that's the trade-off, right? I live in beautiful rural Vermont, in the Green Mountains, far, far away from just about everything, but internet sometimes acts up. So, are there different nichrome wires for different temperatures? The nichrome wire will have a rating on it. This nichrome wire is rated to cone 10, so you should be fine using that. And that's the nichrome wire that I use. I do have, or I had the use in the ClayShare Amazon shop. That's amazon.com/shop/ClayShare. And I had these in there, but sometimes they run out of stock, and then I have to find another supplier and put it in there. So if you check that out and you can't find it, let me know and I'll put that back up. So tonight we're going to make some ornaments. I think we can roll to the overhead camera for the folks.
We don't have an overhead.
We don't have an overhead tonight. We're only, can I reset this for you? Let me turn it off and on.
It's not that. It's equipment over here. It's
equipment. So we only have one camera. That's going to be very interesting. I'm going to have to manually adjust that. Where is my mask? I live in Vermont, and I haven't left my house, no, let's see, in about 7 days. And the only person is my husband, and he lives with me. So I don't have to wear a mask in my studio. This is my home. So in my home, I don't. But when I leave my house, I do wear a mask. Thanks for asking, though. So what wood am I working on? This happens to be 3/4 inch birch plywood. And this one's cut to be 12 by 12. Great work board. But you can make them bigger. I use larger ones. I use smaller ones. So let's go ahead and start. Let's make one using the Christmas sweater. So this is called Sweater Weather. It's my design, but you can get it from SharonHoppyDesigns.com. So I design these. I'm a designer. I don't make the rolling pins. I design them, and then Sharon Hoppy Designs makes them, and she sells them. I don't sell them. So I can't sell them to you, but I can tell you where to go get them. So that's the way those go down. Oh, hello from Cancun, Mexico. Nice and warm there. We've been in the 30s. We had 20 the other day. It's definitely sweater weather here in Vermont. So I'm just going to roll this slab out a bit. You can get that roller. You can get it. Totally get it. This was something it took forever for me to come up with. So now that we've rolled out our clay, we're going to go ahead. And the folks on Facebook, we need to... You can't get the other camera? Don't worry. Just adjust this and point it down to the table, hon. You think we hadn't done this before? And just point it straight down to what I'm doing. It won't be as great as usual, but it's crooked. But okay. We have to have something for everybody, right? Got to have something for everyone to see. All right. So we're going to roll this in. And my clay is a little hard. You'll find when you have clay that's softer, it'll roll easier. All right. So now I have got a bunch, oh my gosh. So cookie cutters are my favorite thing for making ornaments. This started when my children were really little, and I could be in the studio working and they could be making ornaments and they'd leave me alone. Because I used to do a lot of art fairs and festivals, and I would make between when autumn started and all the tourists were happening and the art festivals were happening to Christmas, I would make 70% of my income during that period of time. So it's basically September, October, November, December. Those 4 months out of the year, I made 70% of my income. So I had to be working. I had to be making. And my children, you know, were out in the studio, and I needed to have them occupied. So this was a great way to do it. So I rolled out my sweater pattern. You'll notice this has a little cross piece. That's so we can do like a trim, right? So Kitty K on Instagram, if you go to Clay Share's Instagram page, you'll see the live, and it should work.
I'm looking at one that you were live for 38 seconds.
I was live for 38 seconds. So I'm just going to line this up.
Facebook is being terrible.
So Facebook's having difficulty today. And look,
Equipment's breaking.
we have this cute little sweater mitten. Now, I also want to cut out, because I want to hang it. You know, on this one here, we used that little heart, right, to hang it. And I happen to have a little tiny heart cookie cutter. And then I'm just going to go in and think this way. We'll cut in. And then you cut out that little heart bit. Look at how cute that is. See? Are we frozen up on Facebook, or are we good?
I don't know. I'm in the same camp that people get into.
I
where
can't
they
see because
find it.
the thing is flipped. Oh, see, so now you know what everybody's talking about when they say, do I spray my cookie cutters with non-stick spray? I haven't. Not these metal ones. Plastic I do. Yeah, so this is just generic non-stick cooking spray. It's pretty filthy because it's in the studio, but these are great for exactly that. Now let me grab another board, because what you want to do when you make ornaments is they are going to try to warp on you. So what I will do is, after the ornament is actually made, we're going to put it face down on a board like this. See? So I have it face down, and I'll have a row of them. Then I'll put another board on top. And what that will do is it'll hold it flat, so as it dries, it doesn't warp or curl or bend. So, and Jen says I'm on Facebook fine. So I can't see any Facebook comments. I just want everybody to know.
I think I finally got it.
Good on the app, good on the Facebook. The little cookie cutter, the heart one, came in a set I got online. I believe Fox Run makes these. The mittens I got online. It was a set. I got a mitten. Hold on, I'll find them. I got a mitten. I got a sweater. I got, I think, this ornament here. And then I got the truck separate. The truck separate. Can you get birch plywood from the hardware store? This came from Home Depot, this birch plywood. But honestly, you don't have to have birch plywood. Any plywood would work. It doesn't have to be birch. So we made one mitten. And then, let's see. Do we have enough clay here to make a sweater? We do. We do. So I'm going to make a sweater. What's happening? He's laughing.
You can't get any of it to work.
None of it's working, huh?
It's crazy.
I need to see and zoom in on the camera. Can you flip the camera up for me? This never happens. We have our stuff dialed down, folks, but you know, tonight it's not. It's not.
Tonight, none of it is working.
It's not, and I can't. Tonight we're going like amateur hour. Hi everybody, I'm climbing right up onto the thing so that I can adjust this and bring you all in. This is what we're doing. It's 2020, woohoo! I love it, this is how it goes. All right, so I made the little sweater ornament, and this one we're actually gonna put the nichrome wire in. You can see me You got one online, but then saw the sets at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, wherever you can find them, right? Do I roll my slab thinner when doing ornaments? Maybe a tiny bit, tiny bit. I would say it's about 1/4 of an inch. You could go to 1/8, but if you're gonna roll a texture in, like a rolling pin texture, see how I just put that in there? We just got that in. Let's see if we can get the focus. Make sure that focuses. That turned out pretty good. So look, sweater, little sweater. Got a little dust or something up there. That'll burn out in the kiln. It's a great diversion, right? I mean, look, we're here to make some ornaments. That's what we're gonna do. So that's the sweater ornaments. I'm actually gonna turn them over. So the 2 sweater options are the, oh, we got a hat. Wait. Hello, knit cap. Yes, please. We definitely wanna do that, right? I'm gonna zoom y'all out a little bit because I don't want it to be too close. So I have a knit cap. Let's see, we're going to use this bit here. And the great thing about making ornaments, it's just like when you're baking. You can roll the clay up into a ball, flatten it back out, and roll it back out so you can get more out of it. So you don't have to, you know, when you're making cookies, you do that because you're not going to throw your dough away. You're not going to throw your clay away. What gauge wire is this? I can't remember right now for this one, but for my other ornaments, I believe it's a 20 gauge. So this, let me find it. I set stuff, there it is. This one right here, this little guy, this is a 20 gauge, and that's the same one I use, like the earrings I'm wearing tonight. I use the smaller wire. But the larger one, I would say this one might be an 18. This could be an 18 gauge. I don't think it's 16, although it could be, but I don't think it is. All right, so let's think about our hat. Hat's gonna go like this, right? And, aw, thanks Stacy. And I want the little cross bit to be the band. So I wanna make sure when I roll this out that I've lined it up. And because I'm using just a teeny bit of clay, a little limited compared to rolling out the big slab. But I think that'll do it right there. So if you peel it up, slap it back down. What happens when you peel it up, you usually stretch and warp it, but if you slap it back down, you kind of reset everything. That's exactly what I wanted to do. It's going to be so cute. So this one here, we're going to scooch it over a little, put it right there. Cut that one out. So we did the sweater, we did the mitten, and we did a little cute little cap right here. And for this guy, am I going to put a hole in this? I think I might. No, I'm going to put a wire in it. I'm going to do the wire. So you just line your wire up. You made a mug using the sweater pin, and it's in the bisque. Awesome. You're going to have a sweater mug. Sweater mugs are perfect.
Up there? People are getting snippy.
What's happening? All right. Can you hang them by the nichrome wire? Yes, you can. Yes. Yep. You totally can. Yes, so if someone's being rude on here, we will remove them. Don't worry. Don't have to get upset. Just let us know, and we will take care of it because we do not have any harassment or bullying or rudeness at all. This is not the place for it. There are other places for that, and if people want to be that way, they can go there, but not on ClayShare. ClayShare, we just gather as a community of supportive friends to help each other make pottery. That's what we're doing on ClayShare. Did you? Thank you. I didn't see it. So Nadine, the wires I'm using, I fired a cone 5, cone 6. Probably could go to cone 10, but I have not tested them at that temperature. So I have to say if you're going to get them, test them first before you trust them 100% at cone 10. All right. So we did that with the fun little sweater rolling pin, right? So imagine how fun this would be with kids, right? You've got your little ones, your grandkids, your nieces, nephews, your own children, you know, siblings. If you have You know, if you're a young person watching, I sound so old when I say that, if you're a young person, you know, this is a fun thing. I know for me, when I was a kid, I had a big sister from the Big Sister and Big Brothers program. Do y'all remember that? I don't know if that still exists, but I had a big sister from the Big Brothers, Big Sisters program who would take me to do stuff. We'd bake cookies, we'd go cross-country skiing. We would do fun stuff together. So this is the kind of project that I would imagine that somebody who was a big brother, big sister would do, right? And this way you can create memories. It can become a family tradition. You can do it every year. You're doing this with your student tomorrow. They're going to love it. They're going to love it. They're going to have so much fun. So do you see how I just keep turning my clay and rolling? And again, if you're doing air dry clay or oven baked clay, you could do this. You don't have to do it in the kiln. You could use clay that's appropriate for other ways of making. All right, what else do we have? I've got some fun stuff. So I got some stamps we made from some of my rolling pin designs. Christmas tree, a deer. What else do I got in here? I think I got some snowflakes. Oh, I do have 2 other holiday rolling pins that I designed. I have a snowflake one. I can't believe I didn't show this. So I got my snowflake one. And then I have my holiday, which has deer on it. So I have little kissing deer, little snowflakes, little trees, little birds. These are little doves or cardinals, your choice, whatever you prefer, right? So when I do hearts and stars, do I compress the indented area? When I made the hole in this, I don't really compress it. I cut it out, but then once it's leather hard, I will go back in and just smooth the edge with my finger. Usually get my finger damp and smooth it out. Sometimes use a sponge to smooth those edges because you want to make sure that you don't have sharp edges. So we might do something with these 2 pins if we have time. I don't know. We're gonna see. So what I thought would be fun to do with these is something super simple. Round set of cookie cutters. Let me see if I can. This is made by Fox Run. Ugh. I knew if I turned it over it would be a disaster. So this Fox Run set of circles, 5-piece set. I've been using this for about 8 years. I've had it forever. And it's just great. So I thought it would be fun. Pick out a circle that the deer will fit in, right? And we'll press the deer in. It'll just be the deer or the tree or a snowflake. And then we'll just cut a little circle disc. Like that's a super simple way to do it, right? That's a great way. There's also this option. I picked these up last year on clearance from our local Walmart. So I live in Vermont and we have nothing. We do have a Walmart 30 minutes from my house. And I kind of find a lot of stuff there because I don't have a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby or any other craft. I don't have a Joann Fabrics. We don't have anything. So for me to shop, we don't have a local craft store that I can go to and buy craft supplies from. Basically, I either get it online or I have to go to Walmart. Like we don't have a mom and pop craft store. If we did, I would go there. But I don't have it, so I'm limited with what I can get. So you'll see that, you know, these here got on clearance from Walmart. So these little ornaments would make a great ornament, right? Oh, when I do a star, do I compress in each point to keep it from cracking? I haven't had any cracking, no. If you are getting cracking, then yes, you should compress. But I haven't had that as an issue. Usually I get that when I'm cutting inwards and there's that inward cut and then cut back out because that cut tries to continue and makes a crack. So here we have a bunch of things. We got deer in here. So that's if you don't have like a deer, my deer stamps, right? You can use these. This has a little, oh, hello cuteness. How cute is this little guy? Little squirrel, moose, bear, moose and squirrel. You need a moose and squirrel in your life. So these are sold as little wooden ornament decorations, I don't know. But I'm going to take it and I'm going to press it in the clay. They won't last very long because Kevin should open a craft store, Stacy says. Stacy, you're right. He should because I do not have a craft store. No, not at all. Nope. The nearest one's Albany, which is an hour and a half from me. Albany, New York. So I have to leave the state of Vermont, drive to Albany, New York to get to a craft store, which is, again, an hour and a half away. So there's nothing here. No, we don't have things. I make do. So I'm just going to use the rolling pin to roll in. Oh, I meant to spray these with nonstick cooking spray. All right, this is the do as I say, not as I do. It worked okay, but you should hit it with some spray. Yeah, I made that rhyme. Let's do that again. Let's do it correctly. Use a tuna can to cut your circles. That's a good idea. The little boxes these are in are made of wood, so yes, you could turn this into a little craft project as well. I know. Believe me, I have thought about that. Christine pointed that out. There's a label on the backs. Yes, they're from Walmart. Totally. Yep. Mini ornaments. Just set of 12 mini ornaments. Walmart.com. But I got these in the store. So if I had other options, I would use them for shopping. But you know, you make do. So I sprayed this little guy with nonstick cooking spray. We're going to try it again. We'll put it over here on this side. And we're going to roll it in. It will release much better. Look at the difference. See, that came right out, no problem. This one still has clay stuck in it. So if you just hit it, I mean, don't hit it, spray it. You know what I mean. You spray it with a little nonstick cooking spray. It'll release really easy. So now we're going to actually lift the piece up. And we're going to cut out a circle. And then someone had mentioned using tuna cans. Perfect. If you do not have access to cookie cutters, you could use soup cans, tuna cans, whatever you want. I do think a soup can will be a little tall. You know, tuna can's a nice depth. That one's not big enough. Let's go bigger. Go big or go home, everyone. So we're doing with our ornament party. Facebook can't stop us. We're going to keep broadcasting. So there's the little circle. I mean, this is a very simple, very sweet ornament. You could make this out of salt dough, you know. If you're working with kids, you can make this at home with just flour, water, salt. I think that's pretty much all that's in salt dough. And I think you just let it air dry. And you're good to go with it. Now I am going to put one of these nichrome wires in it. And so you just line it up where you want it. And then you just push it in like that. So now I have my wire, which I can then put a hanger or ribbon on. We'll put that over here. Non-stick cooking spray right here. That's what I'm using. Yeah, Pam. Y'all know what Pam is? The box could be a nice gift with 4 handmade ornaments, right? So here's the thing. I mean, this, we won't waste this. We'll use this. Can make the ornaments, put the ornaments back in it once they're completed, wrap this up as a gift and give it to somebody. Honestly, I was looking at making some tiles and turning this into like a big trivet, you know, put some mosaic tiles in here and make a trivet. Why not? How thick is my slab? I'd say it's about 1/4 of an inch, probably a little thinner. I rolled this one out by hand, so it's not as precise as when I use my slab roller. I want to do the polar bear, but I want the polar bear to be like wearing a Christmas sweater. So that would mean we have to put my polar bear in my holiday rolling pin, right? And I think that rolls upside down. I'm going to go this way. Let me move stuff out of the way and we'll do this. We'll do this tonight. It has been crazy, huh? This broadcast. It is just, you know, it's just sometimes how it is, right? Is it putting you in the holiday spirit? Good, good. I love the holidays, and it's not, I don't love the presents. I mean, well, who doesn't like presents? But it's not about that. For me, it's about the spirit of the season. It's about us taking time to be thankful, to spend time with family, you know, to embrace the spirit of the season, being kind to our fellow man, helping each other out, you know, being charitable. That's what I like about the holidays. I don't like the commercialization of it. and all the buying. You know, in our household, our children, we only do 4 gifts. I know people do a lot. Like I buy 4 presents for each of my children, and that's all they get. And that they're not big presents. And that way they don't feel pressure to buy me a lot. They can get me little things. But for us, it's more about family being together, spending time with the ones you love, and being thankful for what you have. And that's what the holidays are about for me. So we're going to do this right here. Press this down. And then we'll put this to the side. That was that same lump of clay I started with. We just keep wedging it up and rolling it back out. So this right here is inspired, and I have to thank Jody Batson for sending me this bear cookie cutter. I love it. And this is the ornament she made me. So she sent me the cookie cutter, and she made an ornament with it first to give to me. This is gonna hang on my tree. I love it. So I can't give you details about where she got the cookie cutter from right this second. I can get it from you though, if y'all want one. I can tell you where she got it. So the name of the wire that I'm putting in, and I am going to use this for this one, is called nichrome. That's nickel chromium. That's what nichrome is short for. So if you're out there wondering, what's this nichrome wire? It's nickel chromium wire, and it's a high temperature wire that can go in your kiln, and you don't have to worry about it melting. Now they do make different temperatures, so you have to make sure the one you're getting will work. I do have some that exactly the ones I'm using in the Clayshare shop on Amazon, but I have to go ahead and check to see if they're still in stock. All right, I went a little too far with my nichrome wire. I'm going to pull it out a little bit. You can do that. Because here's the thing. What happens with the nichrome wire is put that up a little bit so you can see. The clay is going to shrink around this. It's going to actually grab a hold of that wire that's stuck down in. That wire has gone down to about here. So it's pretty far down in. So the clay is going to shrink around it and grab that wire and hold on to it, and then it's not coming out. So you can safely string things on it, no problem. You like how she did her bear convex. I know, isn't that cute? I mean, this is a nice way to not have to worry about warping. You don't want a flat. Look, it has a nice volume. See? Super cute. And so you could do that if you wanted to. You could use a bit of plastic and put up under it, you know, and you can give your bear shape. Do I have any plastic over here? I don't. I don't have any, but I will see if I can find some, and we'll see if we can get that propped up on something. So we'll put that off to the side too. Now, a couple other things. What else did I want to share with you? We did the little wooden, the bear must have warped. You're going to be locked in your studio, Christine. I really love my studio, and I love spending time in it. I mean, I'm very blessed. My studio is just a 2-minute walk out back of my home. I'm really lucky. So these are some I picked up last year. I think I got them at King Arthur Flower, but you can get them anywhere. It's double-sided, and the way they work is you cut and then you press on the back, and it kind of impresses this pattern on it. But they're double-sided, so they have little mini, and then they have the full size. And I've got a gingerbread, a Christmas tree, back of Christmas tree is an ornament, Santa, bell, snowman, and my favorite is this little snow globe right there. So your girlfriends and you decided you would spend no more than $5 on something from thrift store, and you had to repurpose it. That's a good idea. Another great way to be budget friendly is if you have access to a kiln or you have your own kiln, you can make something for the people in your life. And then that way you don't have to worry about spending a lot of money because you already probably have most of the supplies, right? You love it when the cookie cutters have a plunger attached. I do too. I love those. These here we used last year in the Ornament Party broadcast. They were new last year, and they gave me a bit of trouble. They were difficult, but we are going to try to see if we can get them to work for us right now. Do I fire them flat? I usually do. but because some of them have nichrome wire, you could hang those if you have like a hanger in your kiln that you either made or bought for jewelry, or you can make your own with soft kiln brick and nichrome wire.
That's an interesting question right there. Look on YouTube.
Can you use that wire to support complex pieces that might collapse under the weight of the clay? You can, yeah, you can use it as armature. But remember, it's going to hold your piece up, but the clay is going to shrink around it. So if it's embedded in the clay, depending on how you have it in there, it could crack. But yeah, you could use it as an armature to support whatever you're working on. Yeah, that would work. So here we have another piece of clay. I thought we would try the little plungers. I can't remember what ones worked the best last year, but the Gingy is cute, so let's just go with him. He's probably going to be difficult. He's probably the most difficult one because he has all these little parts. Santa is probably the simplest. We'll give it a try. We'll see. So I'm going to go ahead. Do I need to spray my rolling pins? That's a great question. Not the wooden ones. No. The wood, the clay for me just releases. Can you? Yeah, if you want to. Sure. If you're using plastic rolling pins, then you would want to spray them. But for the wooden ones, I have found they don't really need it. So we're going to spray this right here because it's plastic. It would straight up stick. I don't know if this will work. We're going to try. I just remember last year this one was quite difficult and it gave me trouble. So now that we did the cut, right, and now we're going to push the plunger. Let's see if we got it all the way down. Now we'll pull it off. Oh, it doesn't want to come off. So there he is, the gingerbread man, thoroughly stuck on. Let's pull him off. Because when you use the plunger, you're kind of sticking him to the wooden board. So you got to watch out. You might get some warping. Remember we talked about if you drop it back down like that, it kind of resets everything and it will help to keep him flat. I am going to put a little nichrome wire in his head. Don't worry, he's not going to feel it. It'll be all right. He don't mind that. Oop, I didn't get it lined up. So that's the great thing about this stuff. I didn't get it lined up exactly like I wanted. So did you see? I just pulled it out and I'm going to put it back in. There we go. Got him in. When I push down, I can see I didn't really get eyes. I'm going to use the back of a needle tool. You can do this. You can go in and add things on your own. All right, so here's our Gingy. Let's see if we can get him up. Come on, you. Come off. Look at him. He's cute, right? And this one was thick. This one here is a thick boy. That's thick. Let's see. I've got a ruler. We'll measure. Right at 1/4 of an inch. He's coming in at right at 1/4 of an inch. My other ones are thinner, maybe 1/8 of an inch. He's a little thick, but the way these plunger style ones work, they like it thick. They like to be thick. It's just how they like it. All right, so we did him, but I have to do one of these right here. That cuteness right there. That's that snow globe Christmas tree. So I'm going to grab a bit of clay. Now I make these, we have a mini tree we put in our house in our dining room. So we have our big tree and then we do a mini tree as well. And the mini tree I have full of these. Love these. These are so cute for that. Thanks, Lindsay, for putting that up there. She found the U's. 200 U's. There's going to be a massive run on U's on Amazon. So we're going to spray this with nonstick cooking spray again. The thing about the nonstick cooking spray, it doesn't hurt the clay. If you realize that you're going to wedge this up and use it for something else, it's not going to hurt the clay. Use saran wrap when doing plastic cutters with designs. Casey, would the plunger pattern that's inside would show through? We can try it. I don't have any saran wrap out here. I'll try that and get back to y'all and let you know how that works for me. All right, ready? I love the little ones because look, pop, and then we can just kind of pull. I say that as I squash it. Doesn't want to come out. Come on, you. There we go. So these here, the little ones, I believe that's what I remember. They were a little difficult to get out, but how cute. How cute. If you're doing a mini tree or even a big tree, you could put this as, like, hang it on another ornament. So I'm going to put this one in. Now, as I was mentioning earlier, I do have the, I think I have a mitten ornament class, maybe on Glacier. I thought I did one. And it's a little older, but I do have 2 new ornaments for this year that we're making, and I have templates for them. We don't use cookie cutters for those. One's an angel, and the other little ones are like cute houses. And those ornament classes will be going up pretty soon. I want those to go up so that everybody can have time to make before the holidays. That's why we're doing this tonight, because I want you all to have a chance to get your ornaments made. What else can we do? What else should we do? Let's do snowflakes. Let's do some snowflakes. Let's do something with a snowflake. I'm not sure what we'll do, but we'll do something. I do have Star of David's on my rolling pin. Yes, I do. I put a little bit of everything in there. It's the spirit of the season. You know, it's about coming together and celebrating with our family, with our community, right? So here we have all these awesome snowflakes. And then now you can use any cookie cutter you want. You could use a circle one, you could do the mitten, you could do just an ornament, snowflake. You could do it. Do I have any snowflakes? Don't have any snowflakes over here. I've got a trout. Who's gonna get the trout? Who do you think would get the trout ornament? Oh, what about the truck? Christmas tree truck. How about snowflakes on the Christmas tree truck? Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna line up right there. Just like that. And then press down. That one cut so clean and easy. Look at that, it's crisp. We're not gonna have any problems. And you see it released really easy from the metal. And on the Christmas tree ones, the Christmas tree truck ones, I should say, I put one little U in right here where the tree starts. I try to find balance so that I can just use one, because I don't want to use a bunch up. Can you buy wire rated higher than you might fire? Yes, of course, Terry. Yeah, that's a good question. Yes, you can buy cone 10 wire and fire it to cone 5. It just means that at temperatures, excuse me, if you use it at temperatures above 10, it could melt. But 5, there's no problem. No problem at all. Same thing with if you're going to use it at low fire. So you could buy them for cone 5 and use it at low fire. So here we have it right there. I put that little wire in. Here's our snowflake truck. We're running out of room on the board. You made your gift tags last year with your family's name on it, Diana. That's a great idea. So this is what we've done just in this broadcast with me chit-chatting with you all. We used the sweater rolling pin, and we made these 3 knit pattern ones. Although I love a sweater pattern with that Christmas tree truck cookie cutter, the old truck cookie cutter. We did that right here with the snowflake. Here's our bear, which I may leave flat. I may add volume to it. Here's just that simple circle snowflake. There's the little snow globe, and then there's our little Gingy down there. What else do I have over here? Oh, I know what we gotta do. My mom sent me some cookie cutters. Mom sent me a couple cookie cutters, so I can't tell you where she bought them, but my mom sent them to me because she knew ornament time was coming up, and she thought I could use them. And, you know, like most moms, when you're out looking, you're always thinking about your kids and what they could use or like. So she sent me unicorn rainbow cloud. Yes, you can have rainbow or unicorn or cloud ornaments on your tree. It's your tree. You do what you want. She also sent me these cute cactus ones. And I was thinking, I need to make a cactus ornament because I don't have one and I want one on my tree. So these I'm just gonna take out. I haven't even taken them off their package. It says Sunny Side Up Bakery cookie cutters, 3 count is what it says on the packaging. So I'm not sure where they came from. I can ask my mom when I talk to her next and see what she says. But I don't know. So, you know, here's the thing I love about cookie cutters. I think he's a little skinny. Let's make him fatter. And so I'm just going to pull him open a little bit. See? So I just gave him a little more volume because he's a little skinny. Can you make layer shapes, or does it make it too thick? Yeah, you totally, I know the unicorn got everybody. Well, if we have time, we'll do the unicorn too. Let's see if we can get we'll do the cactus. So I'm just going to smooth out a section here. We'll just move this out of the way. That'll be for the unicorn. We'll do a unicorn. We'll get it. We'll get there. Smooth that out. So this is a little bumpy on the surface because we already rolled stuff with it. So I'm going to re-roll it. Re-rolled texture. Cactus. Huh. How about my Southwest rolling pin? Yes. Southwest design. Cactus. 100% yes. Right? I guess I should share the clay share news we got going on. So we have a Doug Peltzman workshop, Getting a Handle on Handles. That's going to be this Saturday and next Saturday. It's a two-part. You sign up, pay one fee, you get the workshop forever, and you get to access it live when it goes on, and then you can watch it anytime you want, forever and ever and ever. So that's going to be an awesome one. You can find more information on clayshare.com about that workshop, so check that out. The other cool thing going on is we have the Clay Share November giveaway, where we're giving away to 4 winners. 4 winners are going to each get a 12-pack of Stroke and Coat Wonder Glaze, like an underglaze, but it has flux in it, so it's basically a glaze, right? And each one of them will also get a jar of light and dark flux. So that's the prize. And we do have a promo code. If you go to clayscapespottery.com, then you want to buy any of the Mako Stroke and Coats or the fluxes, you can save 25% off with the code FLUX2020. So that's awesome. And then we have another big announcement, our veteran scholarship. So we're gonna, I think I'm gonna do this quickly. There's that. Let's do the unicorn, and then I'm gonna give you all the info about the veteran scholarship. The unicorn, I am not gonna put a texture on. I'm gonna draw a unicorn face after I bisque fire it. I'm gonna hand draw a face. But I'm not going to do that tonight, so we have to wait for it to be bisqued. So let's smooth that out. Let's grab our unicorn. Oh, that one's in with rubber bands. You make ornaments every year and hand out to random people. Yeah, that's such a good thing to do. You know, it's just those little acts of kindness, right, to share with people in our community, even people you don't know. You know, I like to give gifts, and it doesn't even have to be somebody that I know. You know, it just makes me feel good, know that I'm helping somebody else out, right? Hobby Lobby has these, so that might be where my mom got them. So that might be where she lives. They probably have a craft store, obviously. I do not. So we have our unicorn. Oh, it's cute. I'm going to smooth it out. I kind of squished it a little bit, getting it out of the cookie cutter. So that one, maybe use a little cornstarch to release it, maybe a little nonstick cooking spray. So here's our unicorn. I'll put that over here. All right, so we added to our board unicorn, cactus, although he kind of looks like a snowman. But to dry these, this is what you're going to do. You're going to flip them over face down. So you're going to put them all face down. And then you're just going to take a board and sit a board on top. And you're just going to leave them like that until they're dry. That's it. That's how you do it. And once they're completely dry, then you put them in your kiln, and then you, after you bisque fire them, you glaze them. So, all right, let's see if I can adjust the camera back, because I want to share with you all. Can you get it? I want to share, but I want to talk to you all because, you know, we do a veteran scholarship on ClayShare. This is our 3rd year doing it. We, you know, both myself and my husband served in the military. I was in the Air Force. My husband was in the Marine Corps, but both of our fathers served in the Navy. So both my dad and Kevin's dad served in the Navy. So we wanted to do something to honor our fathers and also to give back to our fellow veterans. and veteran caregivers. So we established the Carol A. Putnam, that's my dad, and the Thomas E. Phillips, that's Kevin's dad, Memorial Scholarship. Both of them have now passed, sadly. Neither one of us have our fathers alive. But we decided to name it after them. And what it is it's a scholarship to clayshare.com for life. So it's a membership. You don't have to pay a penny. You get full access to all of our classes and premium content, not workshops, but everything else, right? Forever. And we've decided to do this and set it up as a way for veterans to use clay to deal with PTSD and other issues, or maybe just a way to learn a craft, possibly to find a new career field to make a living. I know I teach workshops at clay centers and craft centers to veterans. Many of them have PTSD, and it's amazing what happens at those workshops. And it as a veteran myself, to see what I can give back, it's phenomenal. So we're going to give away 2 scholarships to veterans and 2 to veteran caregivers, because we also understand what it's like to care for someone who's a veteran. You know, I served in the military, but then I left military service after 8 years. Kevin stayed in for 15, so he was in longer than I was. So I went from the role of being the active duty member, married to an active duty member, to the spouse of an active duty member or caregiver. So I understand what it's like to be on the other side as well. And I know how much it can mean to someone to have access to something like ClayShare, a place where you have hundreds of online pottery classes. You have this really great supportive community there to help nurture and encourage each other. It's only positive. You know, that's one of the things we were talking about tonight, that it's all supportive positivity. It's a safe space, you know. So we're going to do 4 scholarships for life. That opens now, so you can go to clayshareresources.com. The application is there, so you can fill it out. You can fill it out for yourself or on behalf of someone you'd like to nominate, and then they'll be reviewed. The applications are open until November 30th, and then we'll close it. We have to review everything, and the tough part is the decision, pick the winners, the recipients of the scholarship, and that announcement will be December 12th. And I will do a live announcement like I did last year here on the live broadcast. And we will also email and notify everybody, and we'll set them all up so that they'll have access forever. I saw Jennifer Alara was here. She's one of our scholarship winners from the past. Jody Batson. So Jennifer is an Army veteran. Oh no, Air Force veteran. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm trying to keep track. But my friend Shauna was Army. Sorry, Shauna was our first winner. I should correct myself. Shauna Barnes was our first winner of the scholarship, and she was Army. And Jennifer Lara won last year, Jody as a veteran. But Jody Batson was one of our recipients as a caregiver. Her husband was in Vietnam, and he recently passed this year, but she was his caregiver for many, many years. And so, you know, we were so privileged to be able to give this to her and to the other winners of the scholarship. So I know it's not a huge thing. I know I'm not, like, you know, changing the world, but if I can help a few people by offering the scholarship, people who maybe, you know, can't afford a ClayShare membership. Membership's not a lot, but I can understand. Being military myself, I know how times are tight, and that scholarship can make a huge difference to somebody, plus the access to our community, which, I mean, all of you watching tonight, our community is there for you always. So I think Jennifer was in the Air Force. I'm sorry, hon. I know if somebody called me Army, I'd be like, wait a minute. I was Air Force too. I know. You were EOD. You know, I was military intel. We didn't hang out with the EOD folks very much. But I think we were in around the same time. And I think we would have had a very good time if we were ever stationed together. I think we would have found each other, Jennifer.
If EOD's working near Air Force Intel, you've got a problem.
Right? Yeah, but, you know, you can be stationed at the same base, and then you have to go out to separate things. But so that's what we're going to be doing for the scholarship. You can read all the information on ClayShareResources.com. and you can find out how to sign up. If you know anybody who's a veteran that this can benefit, please let them know about it. You know, if you're a veteran yourself, if you're a veteran caregiver, or you know anybody that fits in those requirements, we also open this up worldwide. You do not have to be a U.S. veteran. We recognize and understand that our membership, our community is worldwide. We are not a community just in the United States. We are a global family. The ClayShare family is the whole world. So if you are outside of the U.S., please go ahead and fill out an application. Apply. You don't know. We would love to give, last year we gave away 5 scholarships. We're only going to do 2 last year. So the first year we gave out 1 because it was new. The second year we're like, we'll do 2. Nope, 5. We did 5. So this is me. I can't control myself. If 10 people write very compelling stories, I'm going to give away 10. So that's how it is. There's no limit, honestly. It's just we will see what will happen when it happens. The scholarship, we're not set up to take donations, Patricia. The way ClayShare is, we're not a 501c, so we can't take donations. But I don't know, maybe there's something we can do as a way to give back. There are other organizations that you can donate to, and maybe we could put a link to one of those organizations, and that would help those organizations with their funding for that. But all right, so for this weekend's workshop, I see there's some questions. If you want to find out more, it's on clayshare.com. You scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see Doug Peltzman's workshop. That's a 6-hour workshop, 3 hours this Saturday. I'll be there. Hope you're going to be there with me. And then 3 hours next Saturday, the 14th. So it's going to be awesome. He's going to teach you so many ways to make handles. He's going to do some simple handles, some more complex handles, talk about maybe casting or sprig molding handles, talking about teapots and other forms and how handles work on those forms and how to make them so they're ergonomic. And you're also thinking about the use of that pot with the handles on it. So it's a really, really great workshop. I've been making pottery for 20 years and I have never, ever said, I know everything. So even I'm thinking this handle workshop is probably going to change my life. And I'm going to learn some cool new handle stuff. So come check that out. To Leslie, exactly. She's saying being part of a military community is very important, especially because you're not near your biological family. It's like being a firefighter. Exactly, it is. And, you know, that's what we have with our ClayShare family. You know, it's anybody who's been in the military knows what it's like when you get to a new base and you meet the people you're going to serve with and you become family instantly. Like you bond with those people right away and you're as close can be. And you stay in touch with them. You know, I have a friend who went to basic training with me, which is Air Force boot camp, who I'm still friends with. Like we've served our entire career. I left after 8 years. She stayed in for over 20. Now she's out and in Hawaii. So I just like tell you how old I am. If you figure out she did 20 years, I didn't. But now she's in Hawaii, and it's crazy that you make these friendships. They're just bonds that last for life. So, all right, everyone. This has been a great broadcast. I know we had a little rocky start, but we made it through. I'm going to clean up a little bit because my lovely premium members, our private broadcast, we're going to make a few more ornaments, I think. And then we're going to talk about some glazing. So we'll maybe get some glazing done. And anything else that if you have suggestions for ornaments in my private broadcast, we'll do that too. So thank you everybody for hanging out here with me. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed evening. I will catch you next week. We're going to be doing a stroke and coat demo. So come back and find out more about Mako stroke and coats and using the fluxes with them. Goodbye everybody.